Welcome back to the Crown Tundra, or rather, the Isle of Armor, as today we're going to be going after Galarian Slowking, and as you can see, I've got my buddy the Galarian Slowbro with me. Just a little reminder of the past DLC, because this is actually where you can find the Slowpoke, just in case you don't have one. Obviously, you're going to need that first if you want to get yourself the Galarian Slowking, and I don't think I actually have one in any of my boxes, so I'm going to go ahead and real quick catch a new one here. And next, we're going to head off to the Crown Tundra, where of course you can get the Galarian Slowking. And the process for getting it is actually very similar to Galarian Slowbro from the Isle of Armor. In fact, you're going to need the exact same item, the Galarica twigs. So if you don't have enough of those, or you haven't gathered any of them yet, you can get those over in the Forest of Focus on the Isle of Armor. But you can also find them in the Crown Tundra in Dynatree Hill, which is the giant tree where you summon the legendary birds. Just walk around this area, and usually they're at the root of the trees. If you see a sparkly item, more often than not, it's going to be one of the Galarica twigs. So next we're going to want to head over to the Frigid Sea, which can be a little bit tricky to reach. There is a cave right over here in the Giant's Foot that we have to get through, so I'll go ahead and show you guys exactly where that is. Right now, I think I'm in the Snow Point Slope, so right over there is the way to get to Calirex's temple, and we're going to head down the slope here. There's actually a split in the path, so make sure you stick to the left, I believe, and then the left again, right through these trees. And you're going to find the Giant's Foot, which is the area that usually spawns a bunch of giant Copperajas. I never said getting Galarian Slowking was going to be easy, but I think that actually might just be the toughest challenge, just getting through that little pass there. So once you do, we're going to head through this cave here, the Roaring Sea Caves. Very reminiscent of the Brawler's Cave back on the Isle of Armor. But we're going to go straight down, and the wild Pokemon are just stuck to me like honey today. Maybe it's because I'm on the bike. It's a little bit tougher to avoid them sometimes. Oh, not today, little Zubat. So this cave can be a little bit tricky to get through as well, because there's a lot of branching paths, but just follow along as I am, and you will eventually make it to the Frigid Sea. It's a bit snowy right now, so it's hard to tell exactly what's going on, but if you've already done the Regieleki or Regidraco quest, you would know that the temple for them is right over there. But instead, we're going to head over to the left from the entrance of the Frigid Sea, and there is a little path here that is pretty easy to miss, and it'll lead us straight to Galarian Slowking, or rather the NPC that can help us get it. So let's speed into the Roaring Sea Caves once again, and all the way in the back you will notice a little grandma waiting for you to say hi. It's been months, my grandson. How could you do this to me? Over and under, Galarica twigs go all around. Until we've crafted nature's crown, a wreath of twigs is what we've wound. What is up with all these old people rhyming in the Crown Tundra? If you give me 15 Galarica twigs, I'll weave a Galarica wreath for ya. And I believe I do have enough. Like I said, you can gather those around the Dynatree Hill or the Forest of Focus back on the Isle of Armor if you don't have enough. And they do respawn every day or every once in a while, so gather those up, give them to Grandma, and she will make the nice wreath for you. The Galarica wreath. And with this item, we can actually make our Slowpoke very happy by placing it on its head. And that is exactly what we're going to do. If you want me to make more, I'd be happy to. Just bring me some more twigs. So yeah, Grandma just lives in the cave forever, waiting for her lovely grandson to come back and give her some more twigs. I think she's gone senile, guys. But I appreciate the gift, so we're going to go ahead and check that out right here in the other items. And as you can see, it is definitely compatible with our newly caught Popo. It's time, my dude. Or actually, my girl. Somehow I've never noticed those things in the background of the evolution scene. Why are they looking like some type of virus? Maybe Slowpoke will be the cure, or rather Slowking, which has a very peculiar look here in the Crown Tundra in its Galarian form. As you can see, The Shelter's taken over! And those are literally gonna be its eyes. That is so creepy how it blinks like that. Not creepy the fact that it blinks, but just that it's the shell blinking and not Slowking itself, as it's gonna be learning the Eerie spell, the signature move for Galarian Slowking. The user attacks with its tremendous psychic power, and it also removes 3 PP from the target's last move, so that can be pretty useful. Definitely gonna teach it that, since like I said, it is the signature move, so only Galarian Slowking can learn this attack. And as you saw there, it is a poison and psychic type, just like the Galarian Slowbro, but I guess because I already had the regular Slowking in the dex, it's not gonna show us the Pokédex description. Aha! Slowking in its regular form, but over here we got the Hexpert Pokemon. A combination of toxins and the shock of evolving has increased Shelter's intelligence to the point that Shelter now controls the Slowking, which is why the shell is actually the one with the eyes. It's the one in charge, so it's got to keep an eye out for the host underneath. I really thought before the Crown Tundra came out that they were gonna make it so it was a Mareanie instead that took over Slowking's head. I feel like that could have been a cool concept for a Galarian form. Totally different here. Either way, that is how you get yourself the Slowking. Leave a like if you enjoyed and if this video helped you out, and stay tuned for more Crown Tundra guides. Goodbye!